Voudon. Peto che Voudon. Na, na, na. And then no man can run from the beast of Trevodon. No escape from the fate of Pikku. Tame the land of Trevodon, and the curse of the beast will remain. Peto che Voudon, tan 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 tan. Wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Who do we have here? Telexies, Fantastic Adventures. Vähän depressio, vähän depressio. Ei mitään uutta. You got a new letter from Bible. Wow. Haram. Niin katsotaan nopea mitä vittua se Paimon sanoi siinä klipissä. Lepin Pauline. Joku vitun uptade. No käydään kattoo. Mitä vittua se haluaa? Miksi se meni tänne vittu? Täältä pääsee nopeammin. Ei! Joo! Yes! Niinpä, mitä se haluaa?
Pretty please with the cherry on top, Charlotte. Journalist extraordinaire. Please tell me you're joking. I read that a gang of criminals tricked the Gardamex by disguising themselves as blubber beasts. It's true, isn't it? It has to be. I've invested all my savings into graph adversarial technology and even taken out a sizable bank loan. I'm begging you like the beggiest beggar in all of Begdom.
That's some TikTok shit.
Okay. I need you to calm down a little, Miss Lapine Pauline. I admire your passion for your research, and I don't mean to dash your hopes for those, big ticket orders. But I'm afraid I'm not joking. The Blubber Beast incident was a short story mailed to us by an anonymous amateur author, written in the style of a true story.
Amateur.
Paimon sees what happened here. Sounds like the report Lapine Pauline read in the Steambird wasn't in the news section after all.
Funnily enough, I actually remember being in a meeting where the editing team was debating the potential risk of misleading the public with this story. They even went to Maison Gardiennage for advice. But to our surprise, they fully supported us printing it. They figured that the false intel would be a great way to dupe potential criminals into wearing ridiculous costumes when breaking the law.
Are you fucking
In truth, Gardamex are extremely sophisticated in their capabilities. They can identify criminals just as reliably as the best human guards, so a crude disguise isn't gonna get you far. If anything, it'll just make you stand out all the more. Since we ran that story, the Maison Gardiennage has made a slew of arrests, including, one phantom blubber beast, a titanic red-crowned finch, and a Spectre Man. So I knew this story had helped out
Spectre
law
Man.
enforcement, but this is the first time I'm learning of an innocent citizen being deceived by it, and investing so much Mora for nothing.
Nyt sun täytyy myydä perset loppuelämässä.
Uh-oh. So Lapine Pauline's whole research project is based on a fictional story?
That's what happened.
Which means we're not gonna get a big bonus after all. But more importantly, she's gonna lose everything she's invested.
Kannatti olla fiksumpi.
Traveler, Paimon, you're back!
We never left.
Taking some photos for a story when I got to talking to Miss Lapine Pauline about her research. She told me about your collaboration. She was hoping I could write an article to spread awareness about image recognition technology. She even paid me for the article and gave me one of her prototype devices before I could get a word in. I unfortunately had to dash her hopes, and I'm afraid all your hard work was in vain too. She's desperately trying to find a way to rescue the project and get you the Mora you're due. I've tried to let her down gently, but she's finding it all very hard to accept.
This is a new situation for us too. It's such a pity. It seems like the author was only trying to make the story interesting, and the Maison Gardiennage only had Fontaine's best interest in mind.
It's no one's fault, she's just a victim of misunderstanding.
Wait, Miss Lapine Pauline, what are you doing?
Hyppään
I'm
sillalta.
gonna pick a fight with a Gardamek,
Oho.
head to the opera at Biclez, and get a one-way ticket to the Fortress of Maripede. That way,
Kannattaa.
I won't have to repay my debts. It's the only way I can afford to keep on living.
Whoa, there's no need to go that far. I mean, come on, look at you. You wouldn't even dent the Gardamex armor. In all likelihood, they'd only hold you up at the Maison Gardiennage for a few days before letting you out.
No
and
vittu
then
räjäytä
still
sitä
have to
jotain.
repay your debts. Actually, instead of going into the technicalities of that, how much did you actually invest? How bad can it really
5
be?
million more.
270,000 Mora.
Okay, well, escaping to the Fortress of Maripede over a sum like that seems like a last resort. Surely there must be other options.
Not anymore.
OnlyFans.
I used to be an equipment supplier to the Fontaine Research Institute before that blew to pieces, and now I'm just a small-time engineer. I scraped together some savings over the past few years, but I put every last Mora into this project, and now I'm left with nothing. It's not just my savings that are gone. It's my whole future as a graph adversarial technology specialist and my dreams of becoming a billionaire one day.
Oikein biljonääri.
My life is over.
Don't despair, Miss Lapine Pauline. I think I know a way for you to turn this around. This prototype you've given me, the camera lens for image recognition sample collection. It's really quite something. You said you designed it specifically for high-fidelity image capture and analysis, yes? The rapid focal length adjustment is a very useful function in its own right. It's sure to make many journalists' jobs much easier. In fact, I'd say it has the potential to revolutionize Fontaine's news media. So your research efforts thus far are by no means in vain. The technology you've developed may have many applications that you've never even considered.
Really?
Absolutely. I've been working as a journalist for the Steambird for a long time now. No one understands the issues we journalists face on a day-to-day basis better than me. So keep calm, take heart, and start thinking about mass production. In the meantime, I'll show your invention to all my colleagues to drum up interest in your product.
I can't believe it. If this is true, then I can look into setting up a whole camera lens development pipeline. My big ticket orders and billionaire aspirations are still in the cards. Oh Maybe I should consider taking out another loan.
Bruh,
That
stop.
way, I can rapidly improve the lens production process, be the first to market, and prepare to battle for dominance in the camera industry.
Come on, stop daydreaming about your pipelines for a minute.
Who else is fucking developing that shit?
Step at a time and see how it goes.
Who is your competition?
No sense in putting all your eggs in one basket before things are even off the ground.
Being overly ambitious might come back to bite you. Slow and steady wins the race.
And I can probably speak to some people I know and license my image recognition device to a workshop to raise some funds. I can't believe I didn't think of this sooner. There's no time to lose. I need to get to work. Early bird gets the worm.
Early steam
Can you
bird.
believe her? She just ran off.
No menkööt vittu.
Paimon's pretty sure our advice went in one ear and out the other.
Ei oo meidän ongelma.
It's understandable. When inspiration and passion strike at the same time, it's all too easy to throw yourself headfirst into your work and forget about everyone around you. A lot of journalists are the same way when they're first starting out. But don't you worry. I'm gonna write an article on all this, and I'll be checking in on her regularly.
Okay. Have fun.
Her research has the potential to benefit the entire journalistic community. I'll give her plenty of input to stop her from going down any rabbit holes, and make sure mass production of her lens can begin as soon as possible.
It's reassuring to know that you'll be looking out for her, Charlotte.
Go Charlotte. Star journalist to the rescue.
Actually, you know what? Why don't you two take this prototype lens? I'm sure you'll have plenty of chances to use it on your travels. It takes the right person to get the most out of a new technology. In your hands, it's sure to capture some amazing sights.
Sure. Ass and titties.
Charlotte,
And some ties.
it's no biggie. This makes everything worth it.
Niinpä nyt voi ottaa parempia kuvia Shelestä ja kaikista.
I got something out of this too. The beginnings of a very interesting news story. The boundaries between real news reports and news-like fiction must not be blurred, even when there's a compelling justification for doing so. Yes, that's how I'll phrase it to the editors when I give them my feedback. Let's hope we don't mislead any more well-meaning citizens in the future.
Where is that bitch? Where is she? How do you use it? Tätä kuuluu käyttäytyä. Use your camera to use a special photo taking function. After Charlotte activates this gadget, the original effects of framing, freezing, almost cannot take effect, but you can use special measures. Okei. Miks noin muut ei oo tuolla? Mitä vittua? Tätä vaihdetaan. Whip swap. Mut tämä on pohjas. There we fucking go. Kuinka hyvin tää toimii? Vittu, tää on se ihan paska. Nahas. Mä en tiedä, onko se nyt yhtään se parempi vai ei. Oh! Well. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. Ladies. Whatever the hell your names. Niin, mutta sitähän ei voi käyttää normaalisti. Tai samalla tavalla kuin normikamera, you know. Mutta se on kyllä parempi kuin niin joo. No siis kyllä se nyt voi olla päällä, mutta... Ei sillä mitään tee. Ei kyllä varmaan tee millään muullakaan näistä, mutta... En toi toimii vittu. Okay. Noniin. I guess I... did everything.
Born of ice and frost.
The hell is that? Yes. Kuusi is nice. Okay. I guess we can do the Freminetti eventti. Water Imps Conjecture. Whatever the hell that means. Conjecture. Vesi-impin olettamus. Okei. Okay. Mikä vittu on imp? Pikku paholainen. Taruolento. European mythological being similar to a fairy or demon. Ai niin. Piru, tonttu, maahinen, pikku, piru, pikku, paholainen, riiviö, makara, ilkiö, vintiö, paholainen. No ehkä mä katon myöhemmin, mikä vittu. Mikä vittu se on? Tai mitä vittua siihen kannattaa laittaa? Tuo impo niin tyhmä. Nyt mennään hakemaan lisää masennustarinoita. Fontaines.
There is still a lot.
Shut up, can you before I beat your ears? Or clap your cheeks. Miten vitusta täältä pääsee edes ulos? Vittu nousi nyt saatana ylös. Toi ääni on. De la Roche.
That can't be right. Oh, but what if they're real after all? No, that can't be. But what if there's a chance?
Chance to do what?
Is there something that's bothering
Greeting, stranger.
Oh, no, it's nothing. I'm Della Roche, the representative of the Fontaine Fishing Association. How can I help you?
We received your commission request.
Oh, so you're adventurers. Oh, finally.
Et ois
Someone
uskonut.
has heard my prayers.
Paimon could tell you were really bothered by something.
Blah, blah,
Don't
blah.
worry, you've got two super experienced adventurers right here. We'll take care of anything and everything for you as long as you pay us a little bit of more.
Oh, you are exactly the helpers I need. See, the problem is that the fish around a fishing spot at Irenaeus have just all up and vanished recently.
Damn.
They disappeared too quickly for it to have been the work of human anglers. As the representative of the Fishing Association, I had planned to go and investigate the area right away.
Mm-hmm.
Right, but unfortunately, as the representative of the Fishing Association, there are a few other errands that I absolutely have to run. So
you'd like us to investigate the spot for you?
exactly, you're right on the Mora. So I thought I could delegate this work to you. Are you two some kind of prophets, knowing exactly what I was going to say like that? Or maybe
Sanna
like
Marin.
the oracles you read about in fairy tales?
Nope, we already told you that we're adventurers.
Yeah, we're just really experienced in this kind of thing, that's all.
Ei tiedä fisusta mitään.
Well, I'm glad to hear it. I'll get a good night's sleep knowing the two of you are on the case.
But don't we just need to investigate the missing fish? It really doesn't sound too difficult.
Sano, siinä on muutakin tekemistä.
Your guard down. As the representative of the Fishing Association, I have good reason to believe that the fish have gone missing due to an encounter with the water imps.
Water imps?
Yes, you're both Outlanders, right?
Joo, meillä on
Our
ulkomaalaisia.
local fairy tales often speak of a terrifying underwater creature called Delxie. The story our parents would tell us was always the same. If we went to the water alone, then we'd be snatched away and eaten by a water imp called Delxie.
Oh.
A child-eating water imp? Did they tell you what it looked like?
My father would always describe it as a beautiful, multicolored snake woman.
Ei joo!
While my mother
Nio
said it had
kaksi!
a handsome face. It's really strange, though, because you'd also hear other people describe it as just a chubby penguin with a deceptive appearance. Even though the tales vary regarding its
Älä,
appearance,
Genshin Impact.
everyone agrees that it's really dangerous. It lives in an underwater cave surrounded by pallid bones and uses its sensitive nose to track down lonely children who've lost their way. And once it finds a child, it uses its alluring singing voice to lure them into the water before swallowing them whole. Pretty terrifying, isn't it?
Sounds kinda scary. But isn't that pretty normal for a fairy tale? After all, those kinds of stories are usually made up to help keep children away from danger.
But what if the fairy tale was inspired by a real-life tale? Just like how a water vein always has a source.
Do you have any concrete evidence?
Well, I wouldn't call it evidence per se, but I've heard some rumors lately. They say that someone recently saw a child walk into the water as if he was possessed by something. Doesn't that sound just like he was responding to the call of a water imp?
So you mean someone really got eaten by a water imp?
It's all hearsay, so it's hard to confirm. But still, they all say this happened on Irenaeus. That's no laughing matter if you ask me. Both the Opera House and the Fountain of Lucine were built there, and the sources of many water veins can be traced to the island as well. Combine that with the mysterious mist, the huge tree with expansive underground roots, and the rumor that the fisheps on the island can understand human language.
Fisheps.
Is it really so shocking that an island so shrouded in mystery could harbor a terrifying water imp as well?
Why does Paimon feel like you're pulling our leg? You're just piling on the rumors now. Still, if someone's really been hurt, then we can't just ignore the situation, right, Traveler?
We'll go check it out.
Oh, marvelous. Then I'll just mark the stretch of water on your map. Don't forget that no matter what, safety always comes first.
I don't care, I have Zhong Li. He keeps me safe. Water Rain's conjecture. Patience. You are not speaking, so I leave. Ja, hold on, pitäisi muuta saa. Näin by the way. Paskaa. Paskaa. Kuinka täällä on ase? Suur. Need research. Crit rate. Kauan kuulostaa paskalta, mutta ehkä joku sitä voi käyttää joskus. Tonne asti. Jos varmasti. Pääse sinne asti. En nyt nähnyt, oliko tässä joku 3 parttia, mutta aika lyhyeltä eventiltä vaikutti kuitenkin. Se ensimmäinen oli 40 minuuttia vaan. Vasta tietty voi vähän tutkia paremmin, mutta...
Is this the stretch of water Delaroche was talking about? It looks really peaceful. Huh? Look, there's some footprints over there.
Hold on. Part 2 on vaan 17 minaa. Ja 3 on 22. Yeah, this shit. Lyhyt as hell. Mistä keittää nyt saatana? The footprints extend all the way into the water.
These look pretty fresh.
So fresh and so
Did
clean.
Water Imp get someone again? Let's look around and see if we can find anything else. Wait, did you hear something just now?
No. Mutta mitä me kuultiin? Se on se... Mikä se on se vesihirviö Witcheristä? Gurgling noises can be heard coming from the water. The noises grow louder and louder. Until something emerges with a loud splash. Freminetti! Eihän nyt niin rumaa ole Paimon.
Traveler?
Freminetti?
I'm sorry. I forgot I was still wearing this.
Damn, it's almost like I can't recognize you as. Freminet removes his pants. So let's sinä. Mitä se voit olla sinä?
Paimon, are you okay?
No, she's never okay.
Paimon nearly mistook you for a water imp.
Water
Thank
simp.
goodness it was just you wearing your helmet.
Huh? A water imp?
We are investigating a water imp called Telxi.
Thelxie, you say? How surprising.
Se olen minä,
Huh? You know that name too?
totta kai.
Or do you know someone else who's trying to investigate the water imp?
No, I think our situations are probably unrelated.
Then could you tell us about what's going on with you?
Sure, if that's in order.
What the fuck?
I know the name because of one of my employers. She noticed the clockwork penguins I brought to the workshop and contacted me through the shop's owner. She has commissioned me to make a special toy.
No niin.
Following her request, I've named the toy Thelxie.
Aha.
Huh? But isn't it a little creepy to name a toy after a water imp?
Nope, it's perfect marketing.
Wait, hold on. Fremine, you never take commissions from other people.
I do now.
Yeah,
Olen rohkea poika.
she made a special request, but out of respect for her privacy, I can't really talk about it.
Vai niin.
It's alright though. She'll be coming over to check on my progress shortly, and I'll just tell her that you're two of my trustworthy companions. Hearing that, she might be willing to share some information, and you'll be able to continue with your investigation.
Huh. Even though you seem a little cold and reserved sometimes, you're still really considerate. Our target isn't necessarily the water imp, though. We're primarily here to investigate the disappearance of the fish.
The fish?
The fish. Freminetti nods slightly and seems lost in thought after you tell him about the commission from the Fishing Association. Suddenly his breath catches in his throat.
I think I may have connected the dots.
Joo, se oli mä pelästyin kaikki alat pois.
These past few weeks, I've been taking Thelxie for underwater testing every day.
Oh.
The pressure testing makes a lot of noise.
No niin, se siitä. Mennään kotiin. End of the event.
About the disappearing fish? Well, it was probably because of me.
So that's all it was?
Hyvä vaan, Paimon. Easy money.
Wait, so could that mean the child we heard about who walked into the water was also...
Just Freminet preparing for another day of work.
Yes, I think that's quite likely.
Nyt siinä edes näytä lapselta, vittu.
So in the end, it was just Fremine. Paimon spent all this time imagining what a water imp from the fairy tales might look like, and it all turns out to be just a hoax.
I'm sorry. It sounds like I've created a lot of trouble for everyone else as well. I'll try to finish this commission as soon as possible. Once I'm done, the fish should come back.
Don't worry about it. It was just a misunderstanding. Yeah, we'd be happy to help. Is there anything we can do?
Thank you.
Actually, how much work do you still have left, Fremine? Maybe we could lend you a hand.
Thanks for offering. But I can't trouble you any more than I already have.
Bruh.
Hey, it's no trouble at all. Didn't you just call us your trustworthy companions? Companions are all about helping each other, you know?
But don't you need to report back to your commissioner?
Se voi odottaa.
Nope, that's not how it works. See, Paimon's got these commissioner types all figured out.
Aha.
Even though we were just tasked with finding out why the fish had gone missing. If we tell them now that it was all just a misunderstanding, you can bet they'd just immediately hand us another commission to help them get the fish back.
Mix. Yeah, we are just really experienced in this kind of thing, that's all.
Exactly! So if we can help you finish up your work and get the fish back, that would save us an extra trip.
Oh no.
Is that what you'd like to do as well?
Yeah, I think Paimon's right. Aha, yhtäkkiä minulta kysytään minun mielipidettä. Paimon, älykkä minun vaimoni, vittu.
Alright, I'll trust your judgment. Please follow me. I've made a makeshift camp over there.
Nice. Siinä mahtuu 2 poikaa nukkumaan. Yksi Paimon pihalle räyhäämään, vittu.
I've stored Thelxie in the tent. He can respond to some simple verbal commands. You can try calling his name and see if he'll come over.
Siellähän on.
Wow, sounds pretty advanced. Let Paimon give it a try. Hey, Thelxie! Are you there?
Söpö. Pippu! Ja se puhuu morsella.
So that's Fremine's version of Thelxie. It's also penguin-shaped, just like Pear.
Yep.
Kuka? Mikä?
Had Thelxie lived in Penguin Town, he'd probably have become great friends with Pear.
Kuka vittu on Pers? Where's Penguin Town?
It's not really anywhere famous or important. Don't worry about it.
Bitch, I fucking asked! Now tell me.
Felxie,
Pistä kartalle merkki.
do you know how to say hello?
Pip boop. So, kenties taas. No siinähän se puhuu vittu. Katsotaan mitä se sanoo. Viiva, piste, piste, väli, viiva, piste, 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 väli, piste, viiva, viiva, väli, viiva, piste, piste, piste. Morse code translator. Voi vittu, mitä tehdään se uudestaan. Viiva, piste, piste, väli, viiva, piste, 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 väli, piste, viiva, viiva, väli, viiva, piste, piste, piste. Translate. DBWB. Vittu mitä?
I wanted to install a language output module, but due to time constraints, I had to give up on the idea.
Miksi sit sanoo kirjaimia?
As it stands, Felxie can only output messages that were pre-written into its motherboard. I haven't given him the ability to convert those messages into discernible words, so he can't really talk to us just yet.
Aha.
No need to get so technical.
Paimon will lose brain cells after hearing.
You complete and install this language module, right?
No, there's no need. That wasn't one of my employer's requests. It was just something I wanted to try. I have 2 other things I'd like your help with. The first is to do some integration testing on Felxie's motherboard, to make sure he will be able to function properly in most situations.
That doesn't sound too hard. And what's the other thing?
The other shouldn't take too long either. You'll need to find Felxie some colorful shells and coral, so I can craft a weapon for him.
A weapon?
A
A Glock?
Will Felxie have to fight?
He's gonna shoot motherfuckers.
Felxie will need to be able to charge forward with a weapon in hand, like that brave prince of legend.
Who?
It's a part of
Valiant!
my employer's request.
What an imaginative employer. Naming Felxie after a water imp, but wanting him to look like
Näyttää
a
heiltä enää
prince?
kronikkahaamolta.
Well, regardless of his role or species, Felxie's purpose is the same. Just like Pear, he has come to this world to serve as somebody's companion.
Whoa, Felxie just said something again! Could he understand what we were just talking about?
He can react to certain key words, but unfortunately,
Keyblade.
due to the lack of a translation module, he still can't quite communicate with us.
That's a pity. But anyway, the most important thing right now is for us to get to work. Maybe let's start by doing some testing on the motherboard. That sounds like
Motherfucker.
something we can do here in the camp.
Sounds good. The motherboard is on my workbench, so please follow me.
All you had to do was show me where your motherboard is. Tuo on toi peli.
Here we go. I have this testing manual, so feel free to reference it if you get stuck.
I'm stuck,
Want
step
to
for a
give it
minute.
a try? It's okay if you don't succeed immediately. I've got a lot of backup boards just in case.
Thanks for the words of affirmation. I'll give it a try.
Okay. Knowing you, I'm sure you'll be able to figure it out.
Totta kai. Smartest man in this place.
Please give the testing a try. The motherboard's on the table there.
I know that now. Vara pers. Beep boop. Sepä. Moi Freminetti. Let's see. Traversing. Use the left joystick to assemble the circuit. Ah. sydän. Jee! Did I do it? Teinkö hyvin?
You're doing well.
Jee!
Just as I expected.
Taken on a lot of similar tasks before, you know.
Then
I
let's
don't think
move
so.
on to the underwater part. It's just as I mentioned earlier. We're after colorful shells and coral. Oh,
Coral.
speaking of which, you're both already pretty used to Fontaine's underwater environment, right?
Yep. More or less, we're pretty much expert now.
Okay, that's good.
Niin kauan ollut
Just
siellä.
let me know if you ever feel uncomfortable.
Oho,
I'll make sure to stay right by your side.
oho. Reminetti. Osta mulle lounasta ensin. Hi. Tu sä haluat mennä saatanan syvälle, vittu. Eihän tuolla ole edes asioita, mihin sukeltaa. Et mikä vittu sen nimi on? Chamblon. Moi, siinä on iso kala. Mikä vittu toi? Eikö se sitä ei ole näkynyt Fontainin vesissä? Jösses, tommonen kun tulis vastaan. Pimeällä kujalla. Freeman the Blind. Se on vittu Ed Speaks. Mikä vittu tää mesta on? Chaudi. Pitot. Breck. Kuka sä oot? Perminget. Siinä on Julia ja Freminetin kypärä. Onks tää Freminetin kypärä? No ei vitu, se on ihan kuvias näköinen. Hehe, look at him. He's just chilling. Killing. And eating Bing chilling! Ha ha ha.
It should be right
Oi!
over there. We'll be able to find something that'll help us with our search.
Can you stop attacking me, helvetti?
This is it. We call this thing an echoing conch. It can detect special reflection waves in the water to help us with all kinds of underwater exploration and excavation efforts. Here, try it. Did you notice any interesting places? The echoing conch should have detected some just now. Let's go check them out. Alright, these should be enough. Let's head back to camp. Thank you for staying out here with me all this time.
Freminetti. Mitä helvettiä, kuka mua ampuu? Okay. Anyway. Oh! Se on tuo. Ohi meni. Ohi meni. Jouluviikon sää. Paha enteinen ennuste, mitä ihmettä. Katsotaan, mitä se tarkoittaa. Sitä tuskin toivoo kukaan. Mitä lunta?
Take it easy.
Snadisti pakkasta. Siellä on asiakkaamme. Tapetaan se. Juuria.
Fremine, you're back. I thought you might have been out diving.
I'm sorry, Madame Destray.
Madame.
I must have kept you waiting. I can report, though, that the construction of Thelxie is going quite smoothly.
There's no rush. I'm your employer, not your supervisor. And these two are...
What's the difference?
They're two of my trustworthy companions. They're here to help me work on Thelxie.
Yes, I see. I suppose it's only natural for someone responsible like you to have some reliable friends.
It's really nice to meet you, Madame Destray. Are you Fremine's employer? Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler.
Greetings, my new friends. Just call me Zuria. You are both so adorable. The sight of you reminds me of little fairies under a cottage roof.
Oh, do you really think so?
Do I look like a fairy too?
Of course. If my child had friends like you,
Hey yo.
then perhaps he wouldn't have become so obsessed with the tales of water imps. And I wouldn't have had to trouble Fremine here with this commission.
Obsessed with the tales of water imps?
Ah, so you don't know anything about my request yet? I would have thought Fremine had explained it to you already.
Well, Fremine told us that it was a private matter, so he didn't want to just share it willy-nilly.
I see. So Monsieur Fremine is even more discreet than I had thought. As you are assisting him with the project, I believe it'll be beneficial for you to learn more about its vision and history. But it would be quite impolite of me to simply pile all of my troubles on you without your permission. So, would you like to listen to my story?
Let's hear it.
Sure, you can tell us anything.
Kerro meille kaikki.
You said nice things about us, so we'll try our best to help you get through your troubles.
Ah, what a lovely little fairy. Then let me think of a way to put my situation into words. I'm sure you're already familiar with the tale of the water imps, right?
No.
Simply put, parents came up with a story, painting water imps as scary abductors in an effort to convince their children to stay away from the water. My child is rather special, however.
He wants to die.
Most other children are terrified of Thelxie. He's infatuated with him.
Infatuated? With a water imp? What a brave soul.
Yes. He told me that he thought the water imp might have just been misunderstood. In his mind, instead of singing to abduct children, the water imp actually sang out of a longing for companionship. As a result, he often goes near the water in secret.
Miksi et sä vaan kerro sille totuutta?
Friends with the water imp so it wouldn't be lonely any longer? What a unique way of thinking.
Thank you, little Paimon. He indeed has always stood out from the crowd. He was actually diagnosed with loneliness syndrome when he was only 8 years old.
What the fuck is that? Loneliness syndrome.
It's a type of mental disorder.
Mental illness in it.
Those affected by it often feel extremely lonely and lose interest in many mundane activities. The syndrome is probably what made him so determined to become friends with the water imp.
Eli sä väität mulle, että tää äijä, instead of making fucking real friends in the real world, he wanted to make friends with the fucking water thing? It doesn't make any fucking sense. You need to fucking do better, man. What the fuck? Pistä se johonkin klubiin. Tai jotain. Loppuu tuo tuommoinen.
You would only be able to say less than a fraction of the words you're saying to the traveler now.
Paimon, can you please become mentally ill?
We would have to find a doctor to help cure Paimon. Paimon has a 2,000-word quota for daily conversations with the traveler, and she won't settle for a single word less.
Ihan niinku Henry
The
vittu.
family doctor has already begun to treat my son. But since the disorder is rare, there aren't many good regimens for treatment. He's also developed some new symptoms lately, such as uncontrollable delusions.
Oh.
Huh? Uncontrollable what now?
So now he's Delulu as well.
Uncontrollable delusions. To put it simply, he can no longer differentiate between fantasy and reality.
Pistäkäs
And
mielisairaalaan.
spends all his time in his fantasy.
He's a goner.
Then what is he seeing in his fantasy world?
It's It's a dream that he often mentioned to me when he was younger.
Probably a girlfriend.
I've compiled what I could understand of his recent rambling. It goes a bit like this.
Once upon a time there was a splendid and magnificent underwater kingdom of water imps on the Salacia plain, 500 feet beneath the surface. Countless lovely water imps lived in houses made of rainbow shells and corals, tending to sea animals during the day and singing between fields of golden tidalga during the night. Everyone led carefree and blessed lives until the day of the Iridescence Parade, the important festival during which the new king would be crowned. Before the festival, all water imps would select the most precious pearl they owned, wrap it in the golden branches and leaves, and offer it to their most beloved prince. And during the day of the parade, the prince would cross a rainbow bridge made from all the offered shells and accept the crown from his father amid the applause of his subjects. Finally, the new king would bless everyone with his well wishes. And as for the prince's name, it's none other than Delixia.
Amazing! Your son came up with all of this? He really crafted a lovely fairy tale world for Thelxie. It's like a beautiful dream.
But perhaps no beautiful dream can ever last long. You see, the story ended with a twist.
Se olikin oikeasti nainen. The day of the Iridescence Parade came as expected, but countless monsters also arrived alongside the prince. Hey, yo, we need to get out! The monsters were evil and cruel, and they struck fear into all the water imps' hearts. The water imps, adept at singing as they were, could not defend themselves against the monsters. So the kingdom fell. The king was killed, ayo, and the water imps were locked behind the bars. The rainbow bridge lost its color and crumbled away. What the fuck? The prince was barely able to escape with the help of a mysterious masked individual, but he had already lost everything and could only spend his days singing mournful songs. And just as the prince sang out of loneliness, so could his song only be heard by similarly lonely children.
How could the story end like this?
Koska hän on depressed.
Is that kind of fantasizing what caused your son to develop his loneliness?
I think that was that and what?
It'd be more accurate to say that it was the syndrome that caused such terrible delusions to manifest.
That's what I said.
But in any case, the biggest problem is the patient eventually loses themselves to the fantasy world of their own creation.
What do you mean?
My poor child can no longer differentiate between imagination and reality. He's begun to see himself as Thelxie.
Perhaps in his mind, the loneliness he felt became the same as that of a prince who lost everything he ever loved or stood for.
What? So that's what you meant by uncontrollable delusions. Then we have to help him snap out of it.
Snap back to reality. Oh, there comes
Most of
Traveler.
the time, he acts as if he can no longer sense or interact with the real world at all. I've had several discussions with the doctor, and we think it is best to try to guide his fantasy.
Guide his fantasy.
He once wanted to make a picture book of his imaginary world. But since the disorder progressed too quickly, he never quite got past the first page of the book. If we could use this book as a breakthrough for his condition. Here, you can take a look.
Penguin.
So Zuri's son also saw Thelxie as a penguin. Oh, he looks so sad.
What we should do now is help him complete this picture book. However, we'll lead the story to a different ending. One where the water imp prince is eventually able to restore his kingdom with the help of his friends.
And no longer be
To
depressed.
chase away his loneliness and sorrow, and let him perceive a world full of hope again. That's what I mean by guiding his fantasy.
But if we just need to finish the picture book, why does Fremine need to make a Thelxie as well?
Because we need to treat the book's story seriously, as if it's a history of things that have really happened. We'll need to go on a journey like Thelxie, and help him regain his crown and country.
What the fuck do you mean?
The child can no longer go on a journey of his own. This is why I commissioned Fremine here to craft a Thelxie, And then I'll paint the journey with this Thelxie into the picture book.
Ah, like a stand-in for your son! Paimon's starting to get it now. Oh, you really put a lot of thought into this, Surya.
What?
Paimon still has one question, though. Where will we be able to find a Water Imp Kingdom?
Ei minä tarvi löytää yhtään
There are
mitään.
some ruins on the seabed of the Salacia Plains. I've already asked
Just
Feminine
paint
to research
shit.
it for me. We'll be able to use one of the ruins as the kingdom.
Oh, so we'll just need to act out a performance of, a brave journey through the
Brave
Kingdom
journey
of
to the
Water
west.
Imps. As long as we chase away the monsters in the ruins, it'll count as chasing away the monsters in the Water Imp Kingdom, right?
Tapetaan ne.
Sadly, no. We won't just be putting on a performance. It's just as Zuria said. We need to take this seriously. And the only way we can take this seriously is if we choose to believe everything that's happening is real.
So we need to become the Lulu as well.
Playing it straight, or, making it a fully immersive experience? Oh, neither of those really sound right. Well, either way, we'll still be able to help, right?
I'll try my best. We have got this.
It's all right. There's no need to get that serious. It's not a big deal.
Not a big deal.
I believe in my son. We can just see this as him wanting to stay asleep for a bit longer because he's so enamored with his dream.
Nah, he's just fucking mentally sick.
Zuria,
Keep your spirits up, everyone. If we were to look troubled, my son is sure to become anxious as well. I should be heading back right about now to check on my son. We temporarily moved to a place on the hill over there, so my son will have a better spot to convalesce. It's not far from the water, and there's also a great view. Feel free to come find me if anything urgent comes up.
understood. There's also one last thing. Since these two friends were able to help me out, I've made some more progress on Thelxie. I estimate that he should be ready sometime tomorrow.
That's great news. I must thank you all. With that in mind, how about we meet here in 2 days' time to head to the Kingdom of Water Imps?
Sounds good.
All right, everyone. Let's meet again in another 2 days.
Zuria sure is a brave and optimistic lady.
Pitää olla.
Hey, do you think her plan will work out?
Totta kai.
Let's discuss that over by the tent. There were a few things that I didn't bring up because the madame was here.
Mä sanon tätä toimimaan vitu. Kaatuu kun paska nyt näihin asioihin. Reminetti, mistä haluat puhua? Vittu sinä, jos on saatana Genshin Development Log 3.
What is it, Fermine? What did you want to say?
I love you.
If you don't mind me asking,
Won't you
I
become my
would like
boyfriend?
the two of you to mentally prepare yourselves.
Mentally? What the fuck do you mean? Mentally prepare ourselves for what?
This is the first time that you've met anyone with the syndrome, right?
Niin.
I know you two are both really strong.
Niin.
Everything you can to help the child.
Niin.
But with the syndrome being the way it is, if
Niin.
things don't...
Niin. Vittu mitä?
If
Kaka se
things
ulos
don't
vastuna.
quite turn out as we wish, I hope you'll be able to accept the outcome and not put too much blame on yourself.
It's all on you.
Fermine, why do you bring this up all of a sudden? Didn't we just promise Zuria that we'll be optimistic about everything working out?
Yeah, but he's so far gone.
Not that I'm not optimistic. It's just...
I'm a realist. You know this illness really well? Yeah, I have it. Freminat, David.
Ah, so that's why you looked like you knew exactly what she was talking about. Wait, Fermine, don't tell Paimon that you also...
No. Please don't misunderstand. I've never had it.
Hyvä.
I've just seen many cases of it at the House of the Hearth.
Aha.
Back when we lived under the previous director.
Aha.
They say there are many factors surrounding the development of this illness. I've heard everything from hereditary factors and one's state of mind to environmental factors and even ley line disorder effects. Some even say it could be caused by contamination from god remains. And from the cases I've seen, there weren't many positive outcomes. In the worst cases, the patient could even pass away.
Damn.
What? It could get that serious? And here Paimon thought they just stopped talking as much.
Yeah,
musiikki.
that's just the nature of it.
That's
So
life.
if you'll find it difficult to cope with the worst case scenario,
Don't worry, I'll be
I
fine.
would prefer that you back out right now. I don't want you to help only to feel like you failed.
I do not care for a fucking child. I've seen many of them. There's fucking villagers who have turned from humans to fucking villagers, and I kill them like every day. I do not care. Don't worry, I have seen all kinds of strange and difficult things in life. You got the point. I'll give it some thought now.
Yeah, that's right. Paimon's seen all of those things too. No matter how hard it might get, we won't be scared.
Yay.
Really? Then in that case, let's see this real-life fantasy adventure together to the end.
Yeah.
But Paimon has a question. If this illness can really be as bad as you've described, then do you really think Zuria's method will be able to help?
Might as well
After
try.
all, we'll just be using a toy as Thoughtsea and some ruins as the kingdom of water imps. The whole adventure will only be turned into a picture book for her son to read.
Niin.
Well,
Otetaan kamera sinne ja kuvataan se.
be able to do something.
Tehdään sitä
To
elokuvaa.
harbor a fantasy means that the child wants to save himself somehow. The only reason he's allowed his dream kingdom to fall is because he's lost control of his heart. But if we can help him regain control and escape from the darkness, we'll be able to change his world. Like helping someone who's lost their voice be able to speak again.
Oh, Paimon sees what you're saying now. Huh. How do you understand all of this so well, Fremine?
Yes, he's smart and you are not.
Well, maybe because I've also had many of my own dreams in the past. I even had my own fairy tale world, much like that boy's. I was able to draw a lot of support from it. So I believe in the power of fantasy worlds.
So the penguin town you mentioned was?
So you remembered.
Sinun omaa paskaa. Vai niin?
What Penguin Town? Why doesn't Paimon remember? Is that also a
Paimon.
fairy tale world? Don't leave Paimon in the dark!
Paimon, you fucking retard. Suddenly Freminet pulls out a diving helmet and pours it on his head. Can he give me some head too?
Hey, why did you put that on?
Koska mä lähden nyt.
It's just one of my personal quirks.
He quirky though.
Please pay it no mind. Anyway, Penguin Town is a peaceful place with lots of penguin residents. They're all really good at making clockwork toys.
Vai niin?
And Pear is the town's triumphant hero, as well as the one who quietly protects the whole place.
Pear? But didn't you make Pear yourself?
Well, I often think that Pear only came to me because he realized how much I needed him. So it's not so much that I made Pear, as Pear chose me.
I
as his
made
friend.
bears as per se.
Fremine, are you sure you're not losing control of your fantasies as well?
Paimon turpa kiinni.
No, I don't think so. I can still differentiate between fantasy and reality. I just believe that the fairy tale world of my dreams must also exist somewhere. It might just be hidden, which is why it's difficult to see. Or it will only reveal itself at very specific times.
Specific times? Like when you put on your diving helmet?
Yeah, that's the general idea of it.
Really? I just said that because you put on your helmet.
Have you ever observed the surface world from underwater?
No.
It's as if you're viewing a whole different world from the outside.
new world.
It's a very surreal feeling. Both alienating, but also as if you're being protected by something. I have a similar feeling when I put on my diving helmet. In those moments, it's possible to see some truly wondrous things, as if a fairy tale has become reality. It's almost like a sort of miracle.
Really? Like a miracle?
Now I want to try your helmet too.
Well, if
Doesn't
it's
work
hard,
like that. I'm just kidding. Yep, that's an order. I do not want to do that.
Don't you still need time to work on Thuxie's weapon? We don't want to keep you from finishing your commission.
Right. I still have to collect some tools I'll need to craft the weapon. I've got to finish everything before tomorrow. Thank you for reminding me, Paimon. I'm sure there'll be other opportunities for you to try my helmet. Thanks for all of
I
your
do
help.
not care.
I'll be off for now. Let's meet up here again in 2 days.
Meillä meni tunti. Toisaalta meillä oli se sekoilu siinä alussa. Ahaha. Mitä siinä lukee? Someone translate. Motherboard. Shall we play some motherboards? Okei, pitää mennä pingviinille. What the fuck is this? No vittu just. I need to collect shit? Pim pam. Tää! Ja se on tässä. Mä hän dämes. Did I not do this? Vittu joo. Makes sense. Next question. Same color. You fucking what, mate? I see. Up. What the fuck? Tää vittua mä äsken tein. Mulla oli joku kuva päässä, mutta nyt se meni pois. Aivan. Mutta... What the fuck? This doesn't make any sense. Oh yeah, this on my fucking days. Mä luulin, että... Se ei ole mahdollista, että yksi voi käydä molemmissa. When a signal passes through an inductive switch of a specific color, the branching path connection direction will change. You can change too early. Hän menee sitten hän... Okay. So... Eiku se olet sinä, jonka pitää mennä pidemmän kaavan kautta. Pitääkö sun taas mennä pidemmän kaavan kautta? Now hold on, what the hell? How is he supposed to... No. Tarvitaan pidempi matka. Vielä pidempi matka. Jössäs. Vittu mitä. Okay. Niin jo 2 ei pysty laittamaan samaan aikaan. Onko tää vähän niinku pakko mennä tosta, koska muutenhan se... Aivan joo, se jää tohon. Sitten se voi jatkaa matkaa. As he were. Damn, bro. You're too fast with it. Did I do them all? Not gonna lie, this was pretty fun. Niillä on pipo päässä. Toivottavasti nämä muutkin on yhtä hyviä. Tai ehkä mä teen tuota story questia nyt. En mä tiedä kuinka kauan mitä odottaa, mutta... Pöytää varten kolehtii ja pullo pelvederi. Saanut tarpeekseni tollasista skenessä. Myöskin joka vitun lokaalista hefestä. Smoke!
Is your child feeling any better?
No, he's
Thank you for
listening to
your
Kosti every
concern,
day.
Femine. His condition is fairly stable. The family doctor
Fairy.
said we might be able to take him out for a stroll today.
Pogers.
Seems like everyone's arrived now.
Olemme tulleet.
Not quite. Aren't we missing someone? But Paimon has a guess where he might be. Hey, Doxy!
Pippapup. Sillä on kelppi ja masa. Pippup.
Whoa! Doxy's got himself a sword and a
That
shield
it's not a
now.
sword, that's a spear.
Sure.
Indeed. With his weapons in hand, Thalxi looks more formidable than ever. You've really outdone yourself, Femine.
We helped you.
Yes, you really had a good eye for materials.
The game didn't
Everything
have
you
to help
found
at
was
all.
high quality. Speaking of which, Zuria just told me that she wants to end the adventure with the coronation ceremony. So, could I also trouble you with finding some materials for the crown? You can just keep an eye out for them on our way to the ruins. I was planning to collect the materials myself, but then I realized you might be able to find some prettier ones than what I could get my hands on.
Okay, consider it done.
Seems like everything's ready to go. Shall we head out?
Please wait a moment. I was just thinking. Since Thalxi has already shown us his brand new appearance, we may already be able to draw a new page in the picture book. What do you think?
Go ahead.
Ooh, Paimon's excited now.
What should we draw on the page?
Why don't we use the story we know as a reference? Just make the atmosphere a bit less grim.
Make it more
We'll
gay.
take out the sad parts and replace them with happier stuff. Sounds great to Paimon.
Gay stuff?
All right, I'll give it a try. I'm not very adept at drawing, but I've seen a lot of art during my work. Now, as far as the actual content of the drawing, please tell me what you'd like to see.
Ass and titties.
Let me think. We can draw the weapon. The prince has picked up the Sword of Courage and the Shield of Perseverance,
Perse.
which proves he has crossed the mire of doubt, and now is ready to wage war against the darkness.
Darkness on sitä Kingdom
Okay,
Hearts.
I'll add the weapons. Anything else?
Ass and titties.
Paimon wants to give him some friends. Foxy's got some friends by his
Släppas
side
sinne
now.
Shenhe ja Ganyu.
Okay, I'll also draw some companions. Anything else?
Don't forget to add some color. Me halutaan, että tää on suomalainen elokuva.
Color, yes, that's really important. The road in front of him now will no longer be just grayscale, but bursting with color and hope. Who would have thought the page could have become so inspiring? How wonderful.
gay as hell.
Splendid ideas, everyone.
Great! Everyone looks super pumped up. Foxy most of all.
Are you seeing this, my son? Are you feeling inspired by this as well?
I'm sure he is, Zuria. And this is still just the first page.
That's right! Paimon can't wait to see the picture book when it's all finished. We should finish it as soon as possible and keep up the belief and hope in our hearts.
I'm starting to look forward to it as well. So let's get the show on the road and head towards the Kingdom of Water Imps.
Yay! Foxy's fantastic adventures begin now!
Prinssin valtio. Mitä helvetti? My phone be bugging out. Sanna Marin julkaisi itsestään bikinikuvan. Mennään katsomaan. Sanna Marin toi vuosi sitten Veetalon ohjelmassa yksityisyyttä. Sanat herättävät ihmetystä töllötuomareista tänä päivänä. Pitääkö tässä oikeasti mennä sen saatanan Instagram-profiiliin? Kuin ne vittu näy tuolla. No, olipa mitään sanomaton. Paitsi jos oli just se yksi kuva, joka oli silleen, kirjaudu Instagramiin XD tai jotain.
Look! Those are materials that we can use for the crown, right? Let's get some for Fremine.
The fuck?
These should be enough. I knew you'd have a knack for finding the best materials. We shouldn't need anything else to head to the Kingdom of Water Imps.
Whoa! Is that the entrance to the underwater ruins ahead?
Assaulting the Water Kingdom. Let's assault. Oh! No, mitä ihmettä? Just give me my normal team. Assistant.
So these are the underwater ruins that Fremine found. They're pretty amazing, but still not exactly the kind that Paimon was imagining.
What the fuck were you imagining then? This is the Kingdom of Water Imps, Paimon, not ruins.
Oh, yeah, Paimon knows. It's
But Paimon is not delusional as you!
Paimon thought we'd actually see a fairy tale world.
Paimon,
Like
vittu
with
sä
the water
olet
imps'
vammainen.
colorful houses and the rainbow bridge.
Paimon, this is all for the delusions.
I was hoping to put up some decorations, but ran out of time to do it by myself.
It's okay, it's fantasy time now.
Whoa,
It's
someone's
Morbin
already
time.
switched into fantasy mode.
Ainahan mä oon, kun mä
Seems like the
haaveilen
travelers
senhestä ja
already
muista.
got the gist of things. You should do your best too, Paimon.
Haaveilen Dilukista vittu.
Paimon can flip the switch too. Now entering Paimon fantasy mode.
Se oli vitun siistiä, jos siitä olisi tullut joku ihan toisenlainen hahmo.
Paimon, guardian goddess of this land.
Ei joo, what is this, what is this?
For visiting this nation.
I don't speak that kind of language.
We are the companions of Prince Thalxi, your divine highness. We have come to help him reclaim the glory that he has lost.
Oh, reclaiming your glory. Thy goddess here has golden glory, silver glory,
Paimon
and
lakua
bronze
vittu.
glory. Which is it that the prince has lost?
Lost? Vittu toi oli nopea. Did you break character, Paimon?
Not at all! This is the goddess's test! Ahem. From your responses, the goddess has concluded that you're all brave adventurers without the taint of greed in your hearts. As such, you are worthy of everyone's respect. What? So please accept the goddess's reward. The goddess will now bestow
Ei sinä
all
tarvitse
three
laittaa S
types
perään.
of glory upon you.
Toi pilkku riittää.
And as for this prince, the goddess will also bestow upon you the rainbow glory, so your future will always be filled with light.
Gay shit. Beep boop.
My gratitude to your divine highness for such generous blessings. Power is now surging through every part of my body.
Me too. Is this the divine inspiration of legend?
All thanks to the power of Goddess Paimon.
Ahem. Now, adventurers,
Whoa.
forge bravely ahead and defeat the monsters that have taken over the kingdom. You will be sure to find that which you seek.
Prince tells his welcome Chalson to defeat opponents more easily. Vai niin?
Please be careful, brave adventurers. Just ahead are some evil enemies that have invaded the kingdom of water imps. They're called Leechers of the
Yay! The Leechers of the Deep.
Getting here. Frost is coming. Going under.
The frost is coming.
Getting here. Frost is coming. Getting.
Those accursed enemies are back again. Your Highness, please show them what you're made of.
Näyttäkää heille. Yo, dude!
Frost is coming. One with nature.
Gotcha. Access denied.
Getting here. Dead reckoning. Getting here. Frost is coming. Frost is coming. Commencing cleanup. Getting here. Frost is coming. We're under attack again. It's a Lawitcher of the deep.
There's no need to fear, my friends. His Highness is so strong now that even a
Did he?
Divinity of the deep would pose no threat to him.
Quietly now.
It's finally over. So we defeated the evil monsters and reclaimed the kingdom of water imps?
Yes.
Yes, it should now be time for us to attend Thelxie's coronation ceremony.
Koronaseremonia.
The only thing is, I didn't expect this to go so smoothly. I thought it would have taken longer for us to reach the heart of the ruins. It was my mistake. I should have told Fremine earlier that we would also need a crown.
I got you, homie.
Traveler and Goddess Paimon were too strong. We just eradicated all the monsters in one go.
Not one go.
It's okay, Zuria. We can come back again once I've made the crown.
Then
Just
I must
crafted
thank
now.
all of you again for taking the time, and you too, Thelxie, my child.
My child.
Thelxie's turning out to be a real expert at fighting.
I don't think there's anything that will be able to stop him.
Paitsi
He's
vesi.
like a true prince now.
Yes, I agree as well.
Let's head back to camp for now. I asked the traveler to search for some materials on the way because I want to make the crown as soon as possible.
We can add an update to Thelxie's fantastic adventures as well. Now that we've reclaimed the kingdom of water imps, it's time for us to draw some new scenes in the picture book. Zuria and Fremine, why don't we draw the new pages first? Paimon really wants to update the picture book.
Nyt jos mä tosiaan someone draw Goddess Paimon. Joka on varmaan tehnyt sen jo
Have to see it out loud.
tietyillä sivuilla.
No problem. I'm happy to oblige. Then in that case, the story today should go something like this. After
Something like
overcoming
this,
many
sister.
obstacles, Prince Thelxie and his brave companions finally arrived at the entrance to the Kingdom of Water Imps. At this time, the little fairy in the group, Paimon, revealed her true goddess form to her companions.
Onks tää self-snitch?
Has arrived.
Self-snitch?
She praised the companions for their purity, and to reward them, she bestowed upon them many blessings, and even prayed that the prince would be able to fulfill his goal.
Bathed under the goddess's glory,
Ah.
Prince and his companions charged into the bastion of evil, chased away the monsters, and rescued the pretty water imps from their imprisonment. the prince finally managed to reclaim his kingdom. But as for the crown...
Oh no, the crown isn't ready yet!
No. The crown was within the prince's reach, but the monsters took it with them as they fled. They haven't given up and are sure to return, but the prince is certain to reclaim the crown the next time they fight. The brilliant rainbow shall descend onto the kingdom once more.
Not the rainbow.
Oh, and Paimon can almost see it all happening now! Whoa, the pages are beautiful! Surya is really talented at drawing.
Thank you, everyone. We've also completed the second page of the picture book now. Thelxie's journey is one step closer to its end, and the promised coronation. My child, you'll also be able to brighten up when that time comes, right?
Right, right.
I'm sure he will, Surya. Who knows? Perhaps the doctor will already have some good news for you when you get back home today.
I sure hope so, Your Divine Highness. Oh, Fremine, about the time you'll need for the crown.
Please don't worry. One day should be more than enough.
Ah, then I must thank you for your hard work. All right, let's rendezvous here in another 2 days' time for our final adventure, okay?
Sounds good to me.
And see you in 2 days, my lovely friends.
My lovely friends. She is so nice. Sinne men.
Alright, it's about time we start heading off too. You've still got some work to do, right?
Where are we going?
Yeah, I'll need to go to the city shortly to get some parts for the base of the crown. I want to try out a few different designs and choose the one that looks the best.
Freminets really dedicated. Freminets working really hard. Freminets sitä ja Freminets tätä.
Yeah, Paimon knew that you didn't often take commissions from others, but Paimon had no idea you'd be so dedicated once you're on the job.
Well, about that, it might be because...
I'm crushing on Surya.
Because what?
It's because I hope...
To get her number at the end of this
What's
thing.
the matter? Now what's with that look on your face? You're turning red, and it looks like you're about to run away and put your helmet on again.
Am I turning red?
Don't tease Freminet, Paimon.
Alright. We won't bother you anymore for today, Fremine. Let's see each other in 2 days' time.
Mitä vittu, paljasta ketä simppaat.
Thank you. See you in 2 days.
See ya. Paimon, oliko sun ihan pakko? Mitä minä halusin? Mie. Vittu, saatana hiljaa.
I hope that everyone who's found themselves in a dark place would be able to see something beautiful and experience a miracle for themselves.
That's nice. Good boy, Freminet. Bim bim, swirling vortexes by ion. Aha. Mitä shit? Don't need to fight y'all motherfuckers. Ruumis. Vittu mitä?! Onks täällä jotain muuta? Brah. Se tuu panna pois. My dumb ass. Hohojakkaa, sanon minäkään. Jengille jusiin, mitä niille ei edes oo. Mitä niille ei edes oo. Mitä ne sanoisit? Kylmää seuraaville viikoille. Raflaavan näköinen seuraavat 3 viikkoa. Kuluva viikko on selvästi keskimääräistä kylmempi. Ensi viikolla tällainen näyttäisi jyrkkenevän entisestään. Joulukuun alkamassa hyytävässä säässä. Valkoista joulua koko maahan, jee! Jouluviikolla yhtäkkiä koetaan vähän lämpimämpiä ja vähän vetisempiä säitä. No sehän on vitu kiva. Juupa juu. Vittu kuole. Okei, toi on joku räjäyttelijä vittu. Hello, Mr. Lobster, let me fucking be, bitch. Tää ihmettä, minä haluan hyökätä tuon kimppuun. Vitun peli. Vittu. seriously want me to wait for your shit? And now I have to attack this shit. Why is this game so cruel, Agents? Jesus. Dee 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 dee. Oh! Eye of Bears. Wasn't that nice? Ah! Ja minulla on jo semmonen 5 startu. Do I have any more of them? Ei näköjään. Ei edes muuttanut ulkomuotoon. Vaikka se refinattiin. Oh, well.
Wine tastes the same as I
It tastes the same as I. Jacket ja Isador.
Today's the final day of Felxie's fantastic adventures. Let's go find Fremine at his camp.
Ugh. Once again,
Memory.
they found something to disagree on.
Maybe try talking to them again?
Every journey has its final.
Ugh. Once again, they found something to disagree on.
Maybe try talking to them again?
Good champ.
Ugh. Once again, they found something to disagree on.
There are leaves around.
Pingviinit liikkuu laumassa. Hello, Trixie. Hello.
Hey, Fremine! Felxie! We're here!
Hello, Paimon. Hello, traveler.
Hello. Bim bom.
Is the crown ready?
Yes, we're just waiting for Zuria now. She hasn't arrived yet.
Then let's wait for her a little while. Or actually, maybe we can go find her. It's not too far from here anyway. Didn't she say she just lives on the hill over there?
Hey, traveler, Paimon.
Oh, and speaking of...
Found you two at long last. I'm so glad that you both are all right.
Huh? Why are you here, Miss Delarose?
Koska me oltu pois 4 päivää.
Could have happened to us.
What could have happened? That water imp Belksy, of course. After I gave you that commission the other day, I began
4
to get
days.
worried and went asking about the boy that went missing.
Oh, that? We've got it all figured out now. The boy you heard about was just Fremine. Even the missing fish was his fault. Don't worry, we'll help you get the fish back as soon as we're done with this job.
Oh, sorry about that. I've been diving in the area recently.
Huh? Fremine? Diving? No, that's not what happened at all. I've heard a completely different account. What I was told is that about a month ago, a child tied a bunch of heavy seashells onto his body and walked into this open stretch of water. He never came back. What could that be if not that water imp's work?
Are you sure?
100% sure. I've confirmed the account with several veteran fishermen I know. The child was only 8 years old.
Damn, sucks to be 8 years old.
Let's go.
Let's go to Stray?
That muija went crazy.
Yeah, that's the name. They say the family took on the name after moving to the city from a place called Stray. Anyway, his
Stray?
mother was a pretty famous art dealer, while his father passed away from an accident many years ago.
That bitch crazy.
Well, naturally, his mother was devastated by the incident and fell terribly ill. It's said that she left the court of Fontaine, and no one knows where she's gone.
Tuolla ylhäällä assu.
It can't be, right? Let's go Destray?
Who else?
Zuria Destray? It must be some sort of a coincidence.
Paimon, tämä ei ole mikään Suomi, jossa 5 miljoonaa ihmisellä on sama sukunimi just because they fucking dumb. Seems like we need to pay a visit to the Destry house.
I'm sorry, miss. We've gotta go check on something right now.
Se muijan hirttää nyt itsensä.
I just came to make sure that you're both all right.
We are okidoki. Ois pitänyt soittaa. Ai niin, meillä puhelimia. Miraculous Krovna. Desiree. Ei se ole Desiree, kun se on Destray. Joka on melkein kuin Desiree, mutta joka tapauksessa. Ma'am, are you alive and well?
Excuse us. Is anyone here? Is this Madame Destray's place?
Who are you? I have a patient here who needs quiet bed rest.
Se on se tohtori.
Please leave us be unless you have anything urgent to report.
Who is the patient?
This is the residence of Zuria Destry.
Jalakan.
And I'm Jala Khan, her family doctor.
Jalakan.
What did you mean by your question just now? Who else could be my patient?
Fit to anyone, bitch. The fuck?
Zuria's son, right? She told us herself that her son had contracted loneliness syndrome.
No, you're right. Young Master Lescaut did have that illness once upon a time, but he's... well, the young master's no longer with us. And now the Madame has come down with the same illness. Are you her friends, by any chance?
Yes. Her lover.
Oh. So, when she had requested time to go out over the past few days, it was so she could spend them with you.
So, if I'm understanding this right, the one who's suffering from uncontrollable delusions is the Madame herself? She believes her son is still alive?
That is correct. When the young master disappeared,
Died.
she was organizing an art exhibit that she had specifically prepared for him. But since she had to leave the house, she was unable to see her son one last time. That might have been the trigger for her regret. Or perhaps the family's fall into loneliness and grief was inevitable as soon as the old master passed away. First the son, and then the mother.
But how could that be? She really looked like she had a handle on everything.
Kinda.
Her smile was so lovely, and she even told us to stay optimistic. But you're saying she...
Those actions are proof that she can no longer differentiate between fantasy and reality.
What do you mean?
All the other things that she told us about her son. Were those fake too?
Kaikki on valetta, Paimon, jopa sinä ja minä.
Those were all real. Although they were all things that happened before the young master left us for good. Madame's time has just never moved forward since his passing.
I see. So after her son left, she created a fantasy world where her son was still with her. She was looking for a way to cure his illness when she ran into us.
So, how is Zuria now?
She has been in a good mood the past few days, even humming a song when she returned from her stroll. She even began discussing with me the idea of using deliberate guidance to ease the illness. It was all going well, until last night. She spent a whole night staring at the shell the young master left behind, and the words that he had inscribed onto it. Then she broke down once more. I prescribed some sedatives, and she's currently resting.
But then what should we do? How can we help her? There has to be something we can do.
Don't panic, Paimon. Even though
Don't
this is
panic.
a devastating piece of news, we must all calm down first.
I am completely calm.
What should we do? I need to think. I need to remember the old house of the hearth and the children who lived in it. Those patients and what their doctors said back then. What if... Dr. Jalacan, have you seen a picture book? The Madame should have brought it back with her.
Are you thinking about trying the guidance therapy she talked to me about before? It's worth a shot. I'll go get the book.
Go Giddy. Go
Yes.
Bad Beach, go Bad
This
Beach.
is it.
We still need to finish the adventure and the picture book.
That's right. If what Dr. Jalacan said was true, the past few days have been very helpful to Zuria. So we should complete this journey. We need to show her that her child has found a happy ending in the world of her dreams.
But wouldn't that just make it harder for her to accept reality?
One must first face reality before accepting it. The Madame has been crushed by her feelings of grief and can no longer bring herself to face reality. Our first priority would be to get her out of this state.
Right. Before
Above
today,
this
I
state.
had thought she wanted to use Thelxie's fantastic adventures to save
Viedään
her
hänet
son.
liueen.
But now, I think she might need it to save herself. And if we could complete it, we should be able to give her some feeling of inspiration and closure. Maybe those feelings would be enough to give her some courage to face reality again.
We'll have to give it a try.
There's no time to waste. Let's set off right away.
Zuria, wake the fuck up. There is no time to be the Lulu. Oops. I didn't wanna attack you, babies. I just wanted to take the shield. I'm sorry. What the fuck? Gyres prize? Tundraspadri? Vittu nanni the fuck. Yes. don't think the Water Imp Kingdom was small.
We're here again. This is the final part of Thelxie's journey, but the most important person is missing.
Everyone, please don't be so down and gloomy. Remember what she told us? If we were to feel troubled, the patient would become anxious as well.
You're right. Paimon needs to smile. If we have to give something to Zuria, it should be our smiles. We have to keep
It should be
smiling as we
chlamydia.
finish this adventure. And then she'll be able to recover, right everyone?
Yeah, I'm sure she will.
Yeah, I'm sure she will.
Matkit mua saatana.
Be careful, brave adventurers. Here come the evil monsters that stole the crown. They're... the deep sea cyclops. Let's beat them up.
Watch out, everyone! They're coming at us again!
There's no need here. Prince Thelxie looks stronger than ever today. He must be going all out.
Frost is coming! This is order. Solidify!
Oh, this is the final enemy, right? We'll reclaim the crown for you now, Your Highness.
Quietly now.
No touching.
I'm sorry. I have to go. I made a promise to my friends, and I'm already very late.
But, Madame, you're still...
Delulu.
Don't try to stop me. Today's the most important day for treating Thelxie. We'll use the guidance method. Didn't you also say that you think it'd work?
I'm not trying to stop you, Madame. It's just... Could you tell me the name of your child?
Dr. Jalacan, how can you forget the name of your own patient? His name is Thelxie. He's the prince of the kingdom of water imps. We will go today to reclaim his crown and attend his coronation ceremony.
I see. Madame, please rest assured, everything is still on schedule. Your friends have already departed to find... Wait, look. They've already returned.
Acting.
Paimon, everyone, have you really?
Yes, but the coronation ceremony still hasn't taken place, because we felt like you should be the one to preside over it.
Wonderful, how wonderful! Thelxie, my child, are you hearing this? Everything you lost will now come back to you, and soon, very soon, you will never be lonely again.
One less lonely girl.
And the last page of the picture book. It's still waiting for you to illustrate in color.
Right, the picture book. But I don't know what I should put on the last page.
Don't worry. Thelxie and his friends all know what should go on it. Get ready, Zuria. We'll describe everything for you.
Okay.
At last,
Kingdom of Gaze.
were able to drive off the final invading monsters and achieve a dashing victory. Their success was complete, and the recovered crown resplendent.
The water imps, finally returning to their homes, showered the prince with love and applause as he greeted them. They once again offered their precious shells to the prince and reconstructed the rainbow bridge of old. As he watched the scene unfold, The prince could not help but be touched by its beauty.
Moved by everyone's happiness, the prince stepped onto the Rainbow Bridge and took a good look at all the friends who had gone on the journey with him. There stood the traveler, goddess Paimon, Fremine, and...
The depressed boy.
Huh? Where's the last person? The prince looked frantically around, but could not find the person he wanted to see most. At that moment, the person suddenly appeared on the other side of the bridge. She walked towards him with a smile and slowly lifted her veil.
The prince could not hold back his tears. He recognized then that the mysterious person that had been by his side the whole time was none other than his mother. Zuria walked across the bridge and placed the crown above the prince's head. She smiled down upon him as she said, "My prince, my king, you shall never, ever need to feel lonely again."
That's the end of the story, Zuria.
Thank you. Thank you all. I am so sorry, my child. Maman should have spent more time with you. Did you hear the story? You'll never have to feel lonely again.
No vittuuks sä silleen voit, että se meni tappamaan itseensä, saatana. Mitä vittua se sanoo?
Mama loves you too.
Mammai.
What's happening? Is Zuria talking to Thelxie?
What is Thelxie say?
Quick, put on my diving helmet. There's a transcription module in it that's compatible with Thelxie's output signals. You should be able to use it to understand what Thelxie's saying.
No vittu. Framinet walks up to you and pulls out his diving helmet for placing it on your head. Tää ei toimi, Framinetti. I love you, maman. So that's what Thelxie is saying. Se vaan toistaa itseään.
Mama loves you too.
Mamme. Nyt nukahdan.
But I love you more, Mamo.
Mamu? Wait, what is this?
What? Did you see something?
Yeah, I see a boy.
Maman, I'm getting a little sleepy.
Sleepy.
If it's time for bed, can you hum a lullaby to me again?
Of course, my dearest child. As long as you want to hear it, Mama will always hum for you.
Mamme.
Thank you, Maman. Your lullaby has always been my favorite. Now that I've heard it, I can return to my dream and to the kingdom of water imps in peace.
My poor darling. Please don't forget. I will always love you. My love is greater than the entire distance between here and the kingdom of water imps.
I won't forget, Maman. And so is my love for you. Greater than the entire distance between here and the kingdom of water imps. Good night, Maman.
Three days later at Freminet's camp.
Traveler, Paimon, you're here.
We are here.
Fremine! Why did you call us in such a hurry? Did you hear something from Zuria? Oh, if it's not good news, Paimon doesn't want to hear it.
Paimon turpakin, minä haluan kuulla kaiken.
Don't worry, it's definitely great news. The Madame came here for a visit just now with her doctor. Color has returned to her cheeks,
Hey,
and she
yo.
sounded full of energy as well.
How does he know?
She said she'd like to return to the court to continue hosting the art exhibit. But this time, she'll work with her doctor to exhibit some picture books related to the illness. Of
Näkyvyyttä.
course, Peltsy's fantastic adventures and the guidance therapy will be included in the exhibit as well. She'd like to use her experience to help others.
That's wonderful! So it wasn't bad news after all.
Mm-hmm. Here, please take this picture book with you. The Madame wanted you to have it.
Tää vittu mä
If
sillä
at
teen.
some point in the future you were to run into someone with similar troubles, she hopes the book would be of use to you.
But this is her son's story, right? Is it really okay to give the book to us?
Ihan niinku sille on 5 miljoonaa kopioa tehty.
It's just a copy.
No ne.
She still has the original. It's extremely important to her.
Alright, then there's no problem. It feels good knowing we've contributed to something important. Paimon definitely didn't expect the fantasy adventure to be so useful. Paimon was a little worried about how everything would turn out. After all, fantasy is just fantasy.
And it's final.
Do you know what the Madame said?
No.
She
What did
said
she say?
that at the moment when she placed the crown on Thelxie's head, she felt like she really saw something beautiful. Her child had returned, and he told her that he loved her. She also said that was when she was finally able to bid farewell to her son. She felt like at that moment, she was healed by some mystical power, and she was filled with courage from head to toe.
Really? But could that just be another part of her fantasy?
No, Paimon!
Perhaps. But if fantasy is just fantasy, and the fantasy world is not
Not
real,
fantasy?
then how could it still grant us these powers that we can continue to use in the real world?
So, perhaps fantasy, it's not just fantasy after fantasy. Well, it could be fantasy!
Of the fairy tale world into the real world. At that time, the wondrous fairy tale temporarily became reality and influenced real things in our world. That has to be what happened.
Nah, it's just fantasy.
You saw it too, didn't you?
A fantasy, yeah.
That can't be what happened, right?
I've seen plenty of fantasies.
Wouldn't it be like a miracle if that really happened?
No, that would have been a fantasy, Paimon!
I suppose that would be a miracle.
No, it's a
I
fantasy.
hope that everyone who's found themselves in a dark place would be able to see something beautiful and experience a miracle for themselves.
Amazing work. Yeah, that was some depressive shit once again. Mitä ihmettä? Kaikki hallituksen työelämää koskevat uudistukset kohdistuvat vain ja ainoastaan työntekijöihin, heidän etuihinsa ja oikeuksiinsa. Samaan aikaan suurituloisten verotusta kevennetään reippaasti. Leikkaukset työttömyysturvaan ja asumistukeen ajavat palvelualojen osa-aikatyöntekijät ja työttömät köyhyyteen. Leikkausten yhteisvaikutukset ovat satoja euroja kuukaudessa. Samalla kun työttömyysturva ollaan romuttamassa, hallitus haluaa heikentää työsuhdeturvaa. Jatkossa irtisanomiseen ei tarvittaisi painavaa syytä. Potkulaille ei ole pystytty laskemaan
Boats are
työllisyysvaikutuksia.
made for transferring commodities back and forth.
Musta vittu kirjoitus vielä. Työntekijät pyritään hiljentämään lakko-oikeutta rajoittamalla Orpon Purran hallitus haluaa heikentää työntekijöiden perusoikeutta rajoittamalla poliittisia lakkoja, tukilakkoja sekä korottamalla lakkosakkoja rajusti. Toimilla ei ole työllisyysvaikutusta. Hallitus pakottaa työntekijät sairaana töihin. Hallitusohjelmassa linjataan, että ensimmäisestä sairauslomapäivältä ei saisi palkkaa. Jaa. Voitko lähettää sen helvetti? Hyvänen aika. Turpaa kiinni, Joni. Avaa se vitun paska. Oh. My days. Käy niin vitu hitaalla yks saatana mese. Oh, Freminetti. Oletko se siinä? Sinulla on kello kädessä. Kuinka monta vitun kertaa se meinaa nyt lähettää? Vielä yksi vähintään. Siellä on jo 5. Ehkä siinä oli kaikki. Okei, tänne voi teleportata onneksi. Big Baddie! Mamis? Mut siellä on sitä parasta. Aina poseraa, faijanna magaan. Smoke. Mulla kyllä on nahida, mutta käytään tätä. Shakira etu. I'll nod on you instead. Demonil seisoo. Yep. En tiedä. Nyt ei jaksa muovia. Bitch, you did not evade that. Aamuun asti kun katson sua, mietin, että tästä ei voi enää irtautua. En tiedä, miten jaksat muovia nähdä. Se kovaa ja korkealta pudottaa, kun tietää olevansa valmis kaiken tuhoamaan, en tiedä. Raiden Shogun, miten jaksat mua vielä? Minullakin on Raiden Shogun, mutta mennään nyt tolla. Sitten mitä säälittävää damagea. Miten vielä se pysyttää?
Order guide you. I get a feeling there's gonna be a riot. I don't rate the news,
Ai se ei sano, että bro, I will not allow this. That's how you make 6K. Remminnet. No niin, you alive or are you dead?
The wind knows it. As one with wind and cloud. Unsightly insects. Swarm fury.
Mighty be humbled. Settle down. Solidify. This is order.
One with nature. Clouds high.
The birds talk.
Cry louder.
The time is beckoning. Bow your head.
The wind knows it.
Oh, a mommy?
Into the wind.
Let me bust. Ja matka jatkuu Joensuusta lähteen Kuopiosta pohjoiseen. The best one! Look at her! Let me bust.
The time is beckoning.
Yes, my coming was for a joke. Älä sano, että mun pitää... Vitun paska duuni. Ikuinen vappu, kakapenkil jatkuu, halun tarun hohtoiseen. Ei enää duuni, paina puita uuni, syvemmälle skutsimme.
Order guides you.
One with nature. Fallen leaves. Dawn. Gotcha.
I will have order.
One with wind and cloud. Into the wind.
Blaze over.
One with nature.
This is order. Solidify.
Fallen leaves. Dawn my night. Into the wind. Busted.
Next time, here comes the kisses. Born of icy frost.
I will have order. Stabilize.
Clouds high. Birds call. One with nature.
Access denied.
Into the wind.
This is order.
Things are about to get dicey. Busted.
One with wind and cloud. The wind knows it.
And I still didn't get the 6K.
Laitetaan homma takas ruotuun. Mä näytän miten tää tehdään. Kuuntele.
Blaze over. Born of icy frost.
Fallen leaves. Dawn my night. One with nature.
I will have order.
Game's up. Gotcha.
Tää vittua sä teet noin kauan. And I still didn't do it, vittu. Mä en käytä Guardiota yhtä paljon kuin ehkä pitäisi. Tässä pitäisi ottaa Radio Shown, kun siellähän on Energy Recharge ihan vitun kova. Niin voi käyttää ultteja useammin. There we fucking go. Ei oo sulle. Mä liikun nyt. Mulla on musta pyö. Ja mitä sinä nyt teet? Yoshimitsu. Jos lähtee jotain vitun raketteja. Kymppi tonne syys. Voi vittu, Vrio, sä oot niin paskahahmo, I swear. Älä nyt viitti, saatana. Oh! Thank God. Myös lähellä. Without a sound. And we're dead. No joo, siinä oli se Freminettin juttu, niin. Amadou my offsit. And we shall see. Mitä ikinä seuraavaksi tuleekaan. Hei hei. Ja mitä sammutettiin? Ei täältä. Täällä kyllä se varmaan sieltäkin pystyy, mutta täältä se tekee. Hihihi.